I'm here with Melanie Notkin. She is the founder of a very successful business called SavvyAuntie.com. I'm going to ask her some of our signature questions about change and transformation. Melanie, what is the belief that you go to in times of change and transition in your own life?
Well, I'm definitely a firm believer in God. And so I often do pray to God and ask Him to help me through whatever the situation is, give me strength. But I also go to myself and make sure that I believe in myself and that whatever is coming toward me is always moving me forward. You know, sometimes we think when bad things happen that we get stuck behind that wall of that bad thing. I'm all about circumventing that bad thing and moving forward.
What is the hardest change you've ever had to get through?
My mom died when I was just shy of 20. So the change of losing a mom and all of a sudden of being the next generation. All of a sudden, while I didn't have children, I was just shy of 20, I was an adult. And I was thrown into this world of having to take care of myself and having to have that relationship with God on my own, that those existential relationships become our own. And so that change in understanding who I was and what that meant for my relationship with myself, with my family, and with others, that was something that took me years to really fully understand.
Do you remember what most helped you at the time for someone who might be going through that same change?
Knowing that I'd be okay. I'm a survivor type. So I knew, and frankly, my mom had instilled that in me since I was a little girl. So I knew that I would survive. And having the confidence in that kept me going.
What's the best change you've ever made?
Well, starting my own company is the best thing I ever did for myself because it helped me find my own potential. It helped me really feel that I could do anything I ever set my mind to do. And as I approached 40, I wanted to make sure that on my 40th birthday that I had no regrets. And you know what? I had a glass of champagne and I had no regrets.
Well, I don't know when it was, but we certainly wish you happy birthday.
Thank you.
What are some changes that you would still like to see happen in your own life?
Well, I'd like to get married and I'd like to have children myself. So I'd like to see my own life progress with family. But I also don't have regrets for not having that right now. You know, the interesting thing about turning 40 is realizing that that whole race to get married and have children by the time you're 40, if you don't make it and you're still happy, you realize, wait a minute, that wasn't a real goal, that was a societal goal. I'm happy, and that's all that counts.
What are some things in your toolbox when you're going through some changes, even maybe in the work environment? What do you tend to pull out? What helps?
Lip gloss. Honestly, feeling good about myself, doing things that make me feel empowered, those are the things that I tend to go toward.
And you seem to be like the eternal optimist, which we certainly love here. What happens when you get pessimistic? What pulls you out?
I let myself get pessimistic once in a while, but I try not to let it show. You know, as you know, I've got a lot of avenues where I can communicate about myself. I have the blog.savvyauntie.com where I talk about my business, and it's really authentic and transparent about some of the struggles that I go with. And I have Twitter where I talk to over 10,000 people whenever I want to. And I've got my Facebook profile, my Facebook fan page, and of course my website. So I have plenty of opportunity to let it out.
Do you feel that's the place where we can handle emotions and loneliness and issues, or not really?
No, I don't think that that's the place to do it. In fact, what's so interesting about social media is that first word, social. People are attracted to happy people. People want to learn from people who are moving in a positive direction. So if I have something negative going on, and sometimes that happens, I internalize it and I work through it on my own. I talk to my good friends, I talk to my family, and I get through it rather quickly. The best part about it all is knowing that I will get through it.
Do you have a favorite quote, like a mantra, something that you repeat to yourself?
I do. Well, my favorite word is joy. But also this idea of, you know, the Robert Frost poem of taking the road not taken. I feel confident by taking a road that I wouldn't have necessarily taken if I didn't really jump in and take that risk to start my own business, that I wouldn't be the person I am today. So as long as I follow that road that the safe me would not have taken, I feel pretty good.
What's a change you hope you're going to see in your lifetime, around you, in the world, in the country?
Well, I'd like to see in America more people inventing, more people starting businesses, more people living to their own potential. I really feel that that's what's going to enrich this company. What's amazing about this time, this recession that we're going through, is that it enables people to stop because they have to sometimes. They've lost their job or they can't stand their job and there's no other job to go to. It makes them stop, reevaluate, rethink, and hopefully build their potential. So I think this is actually a really magical time for us here in America. So I'd like to see that change. I'd like to see growth and potential here in the U.S.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Melanie, for being on the show.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thanks for watching.